What's going on, Swoopers? Welcome back to another episode of Swoop Luke. In this episode, super special, we've got WA's very own Logan McDonald, high-flying, key forward for Perth. How you going, Logan? Thank you so much for joining.
No worries. Thanks for having me.
Too easy, man. So it's been a little bit crazy with all this COVID sort of stuff. How are you guys coping over there in Perth? A little bit better than us here in Victoria?
Yeah, we're actually going really well. So we're, I think, nearly back to everything back open. Everything's pretty much running as normal. Footy's back going for me, which is lucky enough. And happy to be on this part of the world. That's for sure.
Yeah, I bet, man. So just in regards to that with footy, so you're playing for Perth at the moment, and I was just looking at some stats because I saw an interview come across my Instagram page you did with 7 News Perth, which is what piqued my interest and piqued a lot of Collingwood supporters' interest, seeing as you're a Collingwood supporter. So I was looking at all your stats and stuff, and you're averaging just under 3 goals a game. You're averaging 2.9 goals a game. That's incredible. That's absolutely incredible.
I've been pretty lucky this year, I guess. We've had a pretty good team and some pretty good players for the majority of the year, and we've lost a couple to the injury as the season has progressed. But I've been pretty lucky, I guess, and I guess all my hard work starting to come to fruition, and something I'm pretty proud about. But it's also what I expect from myself as well.
Yeah, well, that's awesome. You have that sort of, you have that talent, and like you said, that hard work and stuff. And just in regards to that, I'm with all these mock drafts and stuff going on. Obviously, I don't know if you try and distance yourself from all that stuff, but people have got you going at top 5. Some have got you going 1 or 2. Is that pressure to perform in games, knowing that everyone rates you? People are saying that you're the best 18-year-old in the country at the moment. Do you try and get rid of that sort of thing and don't think about it, or does that come into play when you're, trying to kick goals and stuff like
that? I try to avoid it as much as I can, and I guess it can be hard at times. But I say if they're talking about me, I guess it's a good thing. But I think I'm always someone that's thrived under pressure, and I guess it does put a target on your back, and teams get into you, and your opponent always have a go at you. But I guess it's how you respond in those moments and how you perform under that pressure. It's really going to, really appeal to those recruiters as well. So I guess I like to put myself in challenging moments and moments where I'm under pressure, and just see and just prove that I'm good enough for that level, and in those types of moments as well.
Yeah, that's so cool. But so in regards to that, we're just talking about the pressure and stuff like that. Do you, with this draft, do you talk to a lot of the guys that are kind of in that, going in the same draft and stuff like that, and how they're handling it? And it's just been such a crazy year. That's I guess the pressure and to perform, and because there's not a lot of in Victoria, we don't have a lot of showcases that you guys have in Perth to show off all your talents and stuff like that. So do you talk to the guys if you are friends with any of the guys in Victoria in the same sort of draft and stuff like that, or how everyone's sort of going?
I haven't been talking much to the blokes over east, but we all get along pretty well. I guess I've been in contact regularly with, all my WA mates, and I guess all the state boys that we've all been going through the same thing. So we regularly stay in touch and just check in, and we really hope that everyone plays well each week, and we want to see each other do really well. So we stay in touch regularly. I guess this year's, like I said, a year full of heaps of pressure. So there's heaps of ups and downs, and you just want to look out for each other and make sure that everyone's on the right path, I guess, to achieving their dream.
Exactly. Yeah, it's all it's about, man. As long as you get onto a list in the end of it, right? You're not caring if you go first or 58th, as long as you're on a list, right?
Yeah, 100%. I'm just trying to, I guess that's all talk at the end of the day. I guess all these publicity in that, but I'm just trying to get there. I guess, like I always say, that the hard work starts when you get drafted. So I guess how you go from there.
Exactly. Like I said, I was on Instagram and Twitter, and I asked a bunch of my followers to, ask have the chance to ask you some questions. So I've just got a couple of questions now. I think I've got 4 or 5. So I'll just rack them down. So which player or athlete have inspired you the most through your career? It doesn't have to be football-wise. Could be any sort of athlete.
I've always been a massive Scott Pendlebury fan.
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty much forever. Yeah, he's probably the main reason I've always gone for Collingwood, I guess. And I still like to think I play like him. And I used to be a midfielder, and I used to try to play like him all the time. And yeah, he's definitely probably been one of my biggest role models and inspirations.
Not a bad person to model your game off, is it?
Yeah, definitely. I was lucky enough. He rang me up, I think, start of last year, and had a good phone call to him. And yeah, that was an awesome experience and something I'm really grateful for.
That's so cool. That's awesome, man. That's so dope. So one of my questions here I got is, what number did you have on your back growing up, or on your jumper growing up? Would it be Pendlebury's number?
Yeah, I always wore 10, 10 or 5. They were my 2 numbers. But yeah, majority 10.
Yeah. Do you have any tips on going through the junior ranks to where you are now? Some people want to know.
Yeah, not really any tips. I think, especially in your younger years, just really enjoy it and enjoy playing with your mates. And if you really want to get better, then do those extra things. I guess it's all about doing the things, I reckon, when people aren't watching, that really separate the best from the pack. So just doing all that sort of stuff. But a lot can change in a couple of years as well. So I had a big growth spurt when I was 15, 16, and I used to be a midfielder. So now I'm a key forward. So a lot can change. So I just say be adaptable and be flexible. And I guess today's game, I guess you have to be able to play all sorts of roles and positions. So yeah, if you're clean below your knees, just work on your strengths, because they're why you're a good footballer. But yeah, don't ignore your weaknesses as well. But yeah, other than that, just pretty simply enjoy your footy.
Yeah, that's good. That's good advice. I like that. Work on your strengths, but don't ignore, because if you're working on your strengths and not your weaknesses just become your detriment. So I really like that one. Pre or post, or favorite pre or post game snack or meal?
We play. We've been playing league footy this year at Perth, and we play at 2:00. So me and one of my best mates who lives on my street, we every morning go around to the cafe around the corner and have breakfast at this place in the morning. So that's probably only my real pre-game routine, and then I'll just get a Subway on the way. Yeah, I don't stress too much about what I eat. I just more focus on the game. But yeah, they're probably 2 things that I hold pretty consistent.
So what about, like, do you have any superstitions going into the game or anything like that?
Nah, I don't. That do my head in, and I'd mentally wreck myself going into a game. I'd be knackered. So I don't think about all that sorts of stuff. And I just, whatever happens, and I just go out and try to play footy.
No, exactly right. So now what everyone wants to. Well, actually, I've got something here that people wanted me to ask, and I'm going to mention it. I'm not going to ask it, but they're saying, lots of people are saying, can you tone down that natural talent a bit so you can slip to Collingwood's first pick? I'm sure you get a bunch of DMs or comments asking that, but I don't even know when Collingwood's first pick. I know it's not round 1, so I don't think that's happening anytime soon.
Yeah, I guess, like I said, I've been a huge Collingwood supporter forever, and it's always been a dream growing up in the backyard to play for them. But yeah, like I said, I just go out there and try to play my best footy and try to help.
Exactly right. No, exactly right. But speaking of the Pies, so we've done all the draft stuff and all that sort of stuff. The Pies now, big Pies supporter. How do you feel we've gone at the moment, and where do you think we'll be in 2 weeks' time after these Gold Coast and Port games?
I think we should play finals. I think it'd be really disappointing if we don't, with the talent that we've got and how good we can play and what we've shown this year. I think our best is right up there, but it's just we're not showing it for enough at the moment. Our first quarters have been pretty unreal, except for a couple of games, but we just seem to like switch it off after quarter time and go into our shells, and it's almost a defensive, like trying to hold on from there. I don't know what happens, or because we looked really electric and we moved the ball so quick and fluently with ease. And then all of a sudden that break comes and all of a sudden we seem to just go into our shell again. So I think we should play finals, but how far we go, who knows?
Who knows? Yeah, like you said, that summed it up perfectly. It's just sometimes we just, like you said, just go back into our shell, and then our defense does the best that we can, but then we can't put the goals on the board. It's almost like we're missing some sort of key forward or something like that up in that forward line to kick to.
Yeah, like I said, I'd love to have Collingwood, but the problem is I think just how slow we move the ball.
Yes,
at times
exactly.
we move it. I think you think back to 2018 when we played our best footy towards the end of the year. We were so exciting and so quick and so fast. We've kind of gone away from that a bit at times this year, and gets us into trouble a bit. And I guess that kind of makes our forward line look poor at times. But yeah, probably those little things need to be changed.
Hit the nail. I've been saying that for ages. What happens is it's so slow out the back. Sometimes you get Quainer and Noble just speeding it out the back, creating that that gap up into the forward line. Other times it's so slow, the other teams get 16 players like Brisbane were getting, and 100%. Then the forwards just look like they're not doing anything. But we know it's not the forwards. It's not always you guys, is it? That can't kick goals. It's the delivery that comes up to you.
No, we love to pass the blame on the forward line, centre wrap up. It's always horrible kicks.
No, I bet, man. Look, we're just gonna finish it there. Nice and short and sweet. Is there anything you want to shout out or anything? The floor is yours if you so choose.
Nah, pretty fine. I'll just say go D's. Need to win this week to play finals. So,
good luck, man. That'll be awesome. Will this be your first finals campaign? Or one of...
I've played heaps of finals in club footy and stuff, but for Perth, we haven't played finals in 23 years, so be a big gap for the club.
Jesus. So we'll be supporting you all the way from up here, man, or from down here, definitely. Yep. Good luck on the weekend. Kick a couple of goals, and thank you so much for joining me. And I'm sure everyone will be barracking for the D's this week.
No worries. Thanks for having me.
Awesome. Thanks, Logan. Have a good one, man.
Yeah, you too. Cheers.
See you. Bye.